Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and I'm super excited to do this breakdown here on Trayvon Bromell. Trayvon Bromell is one of my favorite overall sprinters. As I was looking more and more into the biomechanics of sprinting, his mechanics really stood out to me. There's a video that he had when he was at Baylor that I still use to this day to help teaching young athletes on, that leg cycle and how to get a great leg cycle. So being able to see him going back and running this 10.04 the other day, I'm super excited for him and looking forward to see much better things in the future. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and hop right into the video. So big thing that stands out to me about Trayvon Bromell is just, his ability to just have that great turnover, right? He's always had such a fast leg cycle and does such a great job of being able to, cycle those legs. And so you can see, this first step here, you can see how he kind of brings that left leg kind of out to the side and then gets that foot right down so quickly into the ground, and seeing how he kind of circles that leg down. I mean, he beats everybody to the punch in terms of getting that front leg down. And this is something that we talk about a lot, is that it's very, very important to be able to get those feet down very, very quickly when you're first starting those first like 7 to 10 steps. While you don't want to give up too much distance per step, it's really a lot about how fast you can get those legs going, and he does an excellent job of doing that, and really is able to set himself up for a lot of success because of how quickly he's able to get started. So now he's going into his drive phase, getting a good overall movement within the arms, having good posture here as he transitions through. He looks very, very relaxed as well, which is great. One of the things that I want to go more into is going to be his leg cycle and looking more into his whole overall story. The big thing that ended up happening is he had the Achilles injury, and then as he was trying to go through the rehab, ended up getting a lot of scar tissue, and then had to get another Achilles surgery to kind of clean it all up. And so when you watch him run, you can see right side here how well he's able to cycle that leg through, how good he gets that knee height up, and how well he's able to maintain dorsiflexion through that right foot as he cycles back down and then touches with that foot right back underneath him. It's better to see this type of thing from like the side view, but right here, you want to have that head and foot, you want to have that all nice in alignment. And so when you're looking at yourself running from the side, make sure that you're landing when you get to your top end speed with your foot right underneath your head. But then when you look at your left side, we can see that he doesn't do as good of a job being able to maintain that dorsiflexion, right? He has to drop a little bit earlier, and then he also doesn't get as much overall hip flexion. He doesn't able to get that knee drive all the way up, and when he does, he's already kind of turning that foot off to the side. And so when he brings that foot down, you can see how he's turning that foot out to the side a good amount during that that foot contact. And I'm big on making it so, obviously you're not going to be able to be 100% symmetrical when you're sprinting, but just trying to make it as symmetrical as you can. And so seeing that, especially it being his left side, it's turning out a good amount. It seems like there's some things that could probably improve there. And I'm sure that his medical team is working on this currently, because there's a few different things that to me need to be improved. And at the end of the day, it's like, how much time can he continue to put into, his body? He needs to get back to racing. And that's something that as a, trainer or a conditioning coach or a strength coach is something that I'm always looking at, is like, okay, how can you build somebody up to get the best performance that they can, but also be able to mitigate risks the best that you can. And sometimes there's periods where it's just like, hey, we got to be able to perform. It's time to perform. And so even though the body's not 100% perfect yet, it's feeling healthy, there's nothing that's really holding you back. So we're going to go ahead and let you go. And I know Trayvon Bromell is probably anxious to get going, which is why he's, running these races. But, it's definitely something that I would say that the medical staff's probably working on, is being able to get more of that interior hip flexor going, right? Because you can see how fast he gets into turning that leg out, right? See how he really externally rotates within that femur pretty soon. So he needs to get a little bit more strength within those adductors, a little bit more strength within the psoas, and that will really help him in just maintaining a more neutral position within his overall leg. And then also, when the foot's turning out, a lot of times that comes from a ankle range of motion issues. So just getting a little bit more dorsiflexion within the calves, within the Achilles, really makes a big difference on being able to maintain a little bit straighter of an angle. And he's just so strong and so forceful. So when that left foot touches the ground, let's see what is we can say 10.03. He's back out. So, he has about a 0.07, maybe 0.08 contact time on that left side. So he's so strong, so powerful. And so, how much can you really take away of his performance in order to make it so you end up, keeping him healthy. And that's always going to be the constant battle from a medical staff perspective. So, I'm sure that it's something that they're working on and working with. But as he can continue to get more range of motion within the ankle, strengthen up that anterior tibialis, and then really also add that strength within the hip, I think he'll continue to get more and more numbers, or lower and lower numbers, and be able to stay much more healthy. And so, and this is what we're all looking forward to seeing. It's him, continue to be healthy and see him back at the top of his game, because we all know that he could be one of the best sprinters probably in the United States once he's able to, get back to his old form. So, definitely rooting for him. Definitely looking forward to watching him, continue to progress here in the next coming months, and making sure that he's able to stay as healthy as he can when he's doing that, because he just has, like I said, he just has such a great natural leg cycle. As he gets closer here, you could really see how well he does at being able to get that knee up and through, and has such great range of motion with that foot. Gets that foot right up to his butt, cycles it right through, and then is able to pull that leg right back underneath them. But again, look at how much better he does at being able to maintain dorsiflexion on the right side in comparison to the left side, where he kind of drops it down and doesn't get as good of the foot height as he's coming through here, and then ends up coming as he touches the ground, then has to turn the foot out to the side a little bit. So once he can improve that, I could really see him making a big improvement in his overall time, just especially if he's able to maintain that same contact time, because that'll really make it so you can create a lot more force as that left leg is swinging through, and then will make it so then when he pushes off, he doesn't have to create as much force, because right now he has to really get a lot of rotation in the leg, and really put a lot on his Achilles to be able to push off. You can even see when he's pushing off, he's not getting that full extension. He's going into a bending in that knee a little bit early, where on the right side you can see where he's able to get that. You can't really see as well here, but he does a much better job of getting that full extension. Where on the left side, he has to go into bending a little bit earlier there, which again just puts a little bit more pressure on the Achilles. So there's some biomechanical things that I'm sure they're working on to help him out. But either way, 10.04 is a amazing time, and like I said, I'm super excited to see him getting back and have some big performances here in the near future. All right, so as always, guys, thanks for watching these videos. If you have any questions, you could always reach out to me. We have some cool different options below for some free trials, for the speed ebook, for different ways to help you get faster. So go and check out some of the content below. If you have any questions about the speed program, we do have a Zoom session that you could hop on for us to answer any questions you might have. And from there, we'd love to be able to help you out in any way that we can. All right, we'll talk to you soon.